Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dares say, especially them with press access. All they're doing is licking human monitor lizards. That's what they are. Big shout out to Porky's International YouTube. That's our sister channel. Feel free to go over there and like and subscribe and have a little watch. There's now, I think, 13 or 14 videos on there. So it's all good stuff, in it. All good stuff. Right, let's have a little chat about the Eubank situation and Benn. Well, that's just how to work this fucking laptop. Right, Eubank and Benn. Where are they going? Where are they going then? They're going nowhere, are they? They are the forgotten men of British boxing, aren't they? Eubank and Benn. Unbelievable. They've got no fights lined up. Eddie Hills and Calla Sewer Rat. They don't care about Benn and Eubank, do they? They don't care for them no more. Do you know what they care about? Saudi bunts. Saudi Bunsen burners. That's all they care about. Keeping that Triple T happy. You know what I mean? Or His Excellency. That's what they call him. Get your tongue right up there, pair of you. By the way, these are grown men. Grown men. Like you, Bricktop. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. Old Bricktop holding the Saudi's hand in front of world's media. Oh my God. At least Eddie Hills didn't do that, did he? And he's the original cringeinator. Unbelievable, isn't it? Absolutely unbelievable. But what can you do? Where are these heading now? These. I'll tell you where they're heading. Skid Row. Absolute Skid Row. No, they've been dug up, haven't they? Opponents for these. Absolutely dug up. But what can you do? Where's the Gad? The Gaddy. Gaddy. The Gaddinator. Oh, Conor Benn's a nice guy. Where's Judge Jordan? Oh, he's such a nice guy. I met him for a cuppa and a scone or whatever you had. Listen, the guy's a drug cheat. A drug cheat. 2 years ago, the first test, July 2022, and September 2022. Since then, all we've heard is a load of pony macaroni. That's all we've heard since then. Nothing whatsoever has been explained to us. Nothing. And in the end, they all got fed up, didn't they? Even Spotty Frank got fed up, coming out saying that they spent too much time on the Benn situation. Listen, two-time drug cheat, and he's not owned it. Do you know what I mean? Look at Garcia. He got his year ban. He's already owned his, hasn't he? Dealing with it. Krusher Benn. 2 year outline, we've got nothing. But what we're going to get, we're going to get him come out sooner or later, now that he's in the wilderness. He's going to say, yeah, bruv. I had to admit it, didn't I, to move on with my career. Well, you moved on with your career, aren't you? You fought twice in America in the last 2 years against absolute bin men that you couldn't get out of there. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. So where's Tony the Bell End? Don't he come out and defend Krusher? Hey, where's he? Nobody wants to say a word, do they? Nobody's saying a word. Where's Darren Barker? He's one of that little mob, isn't he? Why ain't he coming out and speaking? Why have they all gone quiet on Krusher? Hey, because there's bigger fish to fry. Hey, unbelievable. You know what I mean? Where's IFL? Cougs. Where are you? Why aren't you doing Benn exclusives? Now, you've done enough of them, haven't you, you lot? Done enough of them. This is what it is, isn't it? It's all a bit of a mess, really, in my opinion. It's like Krusher Benn, right? He's running about in all these fancy motors in the high-end cars. Right. Who has he beat? Who has Krusher beat? Hey, who's he beat? I'll tell you who he's beat. He beat Zilch. Absolute zilch. Crusher's best win on paper is an inactive, non-punching Chris Algieri who couldn't knock the skin off a rice pudding. Eddie Hill's words. Go watch. It's online. Eddie Hill's words. Can't knock the skin off a rice pudding. So Crusher's 28-year-old, 23-0, 14 on button moons, 60% KO ratio. He's done Algeria, an old guy who can't punch. That's it. That's the Crusher story. He's not got a belt. He's number 5 on BoxRec, but yet he's fighting bin men below him. When I first started with Dennis and he used to say, oh, see about that fight, see about that fight, I'd say, no, the guys ranked below this guy. Aren't you supposed to move up in rankings? Any fighter, right, who has a fight and then on his next fight is going way, way below the guy he had originally. What's that tell you? Tells you they don't want to move on with their careers. There's kids out there, 10, 11, 12 and 0, and the fighting guys in the 10th, 11th and 12th fights that have got worse records than they were fighting on the guys on the debut. So what is it with this generation? Do they just want to be known as boxers? You know, boxer, I'm a boxer. Or do they want to move on with their careers and test themselves? It's all there on BoxRec. It's all there. You just got to know how to get it off the internet. They're not fighting anybody. Who's Krusher fighting, really? Nobody's not lined up. Who's Eubank fighting? He's not lined up either. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Shocking. Let's have a look at Eubank's CVs. Beat Arthur Abraham, James DeGale, Ronald Quinlan, and Beefy Smith. That's it. That's the Chris Eubank story. 35-year-old. Old man at middleweight. 35-year-old. Why ain't he calling out Carlos Adames, WBC champion? Because there's no money in that fight, is there? He's not going to want to fight him for $500,000, is he, when he can pick up 3 or 4 million in a gimmick fight against Benn or Billy Joe Saunders? Because that's really the only fights left for Eubank now. So I expect him to be whipping up a Billy Joe Saunders storm any day. All we've got is absolute lip service. That's all the painters. Lip service and nothing else. Nothing whatsoever. Just lip service. Absolute lip service. Eubank's CV is pish. 73% KO ratio. Yeah, because he's been knocking out bin men. Absolute bin men. 33-3. When he stepped up, right, Beefy done him. Groves done him. And what other one who done him? Billy Joe Saunders. That's when he stepped up. Beefy were weight draining rematch, but an unsung Beefy, peak Beefy, beats a Pete Eubank, in my opinion. But it is what it is, isn't it? No, they're not fighting anybody. These people are not testing themselves. And now what we've got now is their own people, right? Their own people have now like disrespected them, haven't they, and dropped them. That's how I look at it. They've disrespected them. Where's Eddie Hills doing his sit downs now? Hey, with Cougs. Oh, that weird looking little fella, the young kid, what's he called? Puppy Parsons. Why ain't he doing sit downs with Krusher? Oh, the Gad. Where are all these allies? Where's Team Benn? Hey, where is Team Benn? Conor Benn's been hung out to dry, in my opinion. You know, and he could probably look in the mirror and say, do you know what? I've been used and abused. He has. And now he's not needed, is he? What does he bring to the table no more? What does Krusher Benn bring to the table? He don't bring anything no more, does he? He's got that asterisk next to his name as a 2-time drug cheat that's not being resolved. He's got no respect from people in industry. None. And his management and all them around him have hung him out to dry. So it's just deserves, in my opinion, just deserves. You reap what you sow in this sport. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I expect any day Eubank to be calling out Sonas or them whipping up a stone for that fight, or I expect Krusher to be spitting his dummy out any day and going, do you know what? I'm going to admit it. I just want to get it dealt with, get it over and done with, move on with my career. That's what's going to happen. Watch it unfold. All right. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. And don't forget to have a little look at Pokers International, our other YouTube channel. Okie dokie. One piece out.